All right, the next item that we have under the action items is personnel. The superintendent is recommending that the board approve the personnel action. Do I have a motion to do so?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The personnel action is approved. Okay, and then the last thing on the agenda tonight I wanted to bring to the table, and I'll make this short and sweet. Congratulations, Mr. Craig. And this is under information reports. This is regarding a board evaluation. I'm going to have to give Trish Crane credit for this. Trish Crane called me months and months ago and asked me if I was going to do a board evaluation. I said, "What's that?" I had no earthly idea what she was talking about. I went and pulled out the policy manual, and let me read this one section to you. Of course, Trish, being the straightforward person that she is, she said, "You probably need to get your policy manual out and read it," and I did exactly that. Under file BBBC, under board member development opportunities, it says the board shall annually conduct a self-study in the spring to evaluate its efficiency and effectiveness in the following areas. And then it lists 8 areas there. It goes on to say, upon the conclusion of the self-study, the board shall discuss the results in detail and formulate a series of objectives for the ensuing year. Objectives shall be stated in the form of behavioral or productivity modifications to be achieved. And then it has a small note down below that that says the annual self-study shall be done at a time after the spring appointment of the board position open, but prior to the annual May meeting in which officers of the board are elected. So before I go out as president, this is something that I had told Trish several months ago that I would do, and it's something that I intend to do. So I wanted to just bring this to your attention tonight, to the board members. I talked to Sally Howell this week with the Alabama Association of School Boards. There is an evaluation tool that is similar to the evaluation tool that we have just used for Mr. Craig. And what she had indicated is Vestavia school system has used this tool for many years. She said that it is a state-approved form. She said that we would, as individual board members, fill out the form. Sally Howell's office will send the forms to us individually with a self-stamped addressed envelope. The board members fill this out individually, just like we've done with Mr. Craig's evaluation. And with Mr. Craig's evaluation, it was given to me as board president, and then I compile the numbers. We don't do that with the board evaluation. We take the self-addressed envelope, send it back to AASB. They do all of the calculations, and then they will come to us in an open meeting. We can do it at a work session, or we can do it at a board meeting, whichever we choose to do. And she will take all these scores. They will not identify board members by name, but they will have a number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she will give our rating. There's a rating category, pretty much like what we had with Mr. Craig. And she would come and present that to us and to whoever happens to be present for the meeting there. So, having said all of that, what I would like for you all to do is think about it. This is something that is something I want to do as board president. It's something I want to do. And again, if Trish had not called to tell me about this, it wouldn't have been done this year either, because I didn't know that that was something that we were supposed to do. And in reading in the newspaper today, I think in checking with Mary Jo Powell, Mary Jo said she doesn't think that this has ever been done. So for that, I can only say that now that we know, we'll do that from this day forward. Okay? So Trish, I appreciate you making me aware of that. Sally will be down in Orlando, so if you all will think about it, she said all I have to do, she gave me her cell phone number. She said if I contact her and let her know that this is something that the board chooses to do, that she can have the packets in the mail and to us by the time we return from Orlando. So what I was proposing then that we do is, if we decide to do this, it would be the May work session, because when we get back from Orlando, we would not have time to do these evaluations, get them to Sally Howell in order to do it for the April meeting. And I will come out as president in May, so I'd like for us to consider doing this at the May work session. If that's something you all will consider, and it still works within the guidelines. I mean, it is very specific about when we're supposed to do this, so it would still work within the guidelines that's mentioned in our policy manual. So all I need for you all to do is think about it, contemplate it, and if you will just get back to me and let me know if it's something that you all would be willing to do. But again, it's something I really, really want to do. Okay? So y'all think long and hard and call and let me know. Okay? And again, we don't have to necessarily use Sally Howell, but again, this is something that Vestavia School System has done, and she offered to do this for us. And if you all can think of a better evaluation method, then I'm open to that too. Okay? That's all I have tonight. Anyone? Our next work session is on April the 10th at 5:30. Our next board meeting is on April the 14th at 5:30. If nothing else, this meeting is adjourned.